Hello children, welcome to the online class Standard 8 Subject Science Chapter number 1 Crop Production and Management. So far we learned what are crops, what are the different type of crops, the preparation of soil and sowing of seed. In the second part we studied what are the important of preparation of the soil and what are the precautions farmers should take before selecting the seed and sowing the seeds. Today we are going to learn the third step in the agricultural practice, adding manure and fertilizer. The substance that are added to the soil in the form of nutrient for the healthy growth of crop are called fertilizer or manure. Once again, the substance that are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of the plants is called manure or fertilizer. Soil provide nutrients to the crops. Then why should farmers add fertilizer or manure to the soil? In certain areas, farmers cultivate crop after crop one by one in continuous in the same field. This makes the soil less fertile and the nutrients are absorbed by the plants. Therefore, farmers should add fertilizer or manure to the soil. The process of adding manure to the soil is called manuring. What is manure? Manure are organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant waste, animal waste. These waste are dumped in the open pits and allowed to decompose. The decomposition is taking place by the help of microbes. After decomposition, this organic matter can be used as manure. Now the next heading is fertilizer. Fertilizer are chemical substances which are rich in a particular nutrient. These are made in the factories. For example, urea. Potash, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, etc. The use of fertilizer has helped the farmers to get a better yield. If the excess use of fertilizer make the soil less fertile and it causes the source of water pollution and the soil pollution. So, there is a difference between fertilizer and manure. Fertilizers are man-made inorganic salt. Manures are natural substance obtained from cattle dung and plant residues. Number 2, fertilizers are made in factory. Made in factories. Manures are prepared in the field. Number 3, fertilizer do not provide any humus. To the soil. Manure provide a lot of humus to the soil. Number 4, it is rich in plant nutrients. It is less in plant nutrients. The excess use of fertilizer make the soil less fertile, while manure make the soil more fertile. So from this it is clear that manure should be used instead of fertilizer. The another method of making the soil fertile, that is crop rotation. Crop rotation is done by growing different crops alternately. In earlier, farmers in North India growing legumes as fodder in one season, then wheat after. This makes the nitrogen nutrient in the soil. The bacteria called rhizobium, which present in the root nodule of leguminous plant, can absorb atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into useful forms such as nitrates, and thus it makes the nitrogen in the soil. Now the next heading is irrigation. Plant need water. All the living beings need water to live. Plant contain 90% water. The root absorb water from the soil. Along with the water, the root absorb fertilizer and nutrients from the soil. Seed need water to germinate. The nutrients in the plant is transported different part with the help of water. Water also help the plant from both frost and hot air currents. So watering the plant is very important in the growth of crop. The watering plants at regular intervals to the crop is called irrigation. The frequency and time of irrigation depend on soil to soil, crop to crop, and season to season. The frequency of watering in summer is high, as in summer season, water in the soil evaporated very faster. There are two methods in the irrigation. One is a traditional method of irrigation and the second is modern method of irrigation. In the traditional method, water from water sources like wells, canals, rivers or lakes is lifted from different methods, and human and cattle is used. It is cheaper but it is less efficient. But in modern technology of irrigation, it helps to use the water economically. There are two methods in the modern method of irrigation. One is sprinkler method and the other is drip irrigation method. In the sprinkler method is better for where the land is uneven and water sufficient is not available. In this method, horizontal pipes with a rotating nozzle is connected to a main pipe. The water is allowed to flow this main pipe with the help of pump under pressure. Then the water escapes from the rotating nozzles and it gets sprinkled as it raining. In the second method, the water is allowed to fall directly near the root. So it is called drip method, and it is the best method of irrigation of plants, and there is no wastage of water at all. So we studied today manure and fertilizer. Manure is the organic matter that is obtained from the waste of plants and animals. Fertilizers are chemical substance prepared in the factory. Manure is considered better than fertilizer because fertilizer makes the soil less fertile. And the two type of irrigations are traditional method of irrigation and modern method of irrigation. In modern method of irrigation, there are two methods, that is sprinkler system and drip system. That's all today. Thank you.